2021 has been a long and stressful year, and so now with that coming to an end, it only makes sense to make a video of the top 10 Marvel Legend figures of this year from Hasbro. I am going to have probably 2 more videos for Star Wars Black Series and DC Multiverse on their top 10 figures of 2021, probably be posted later on. But for this year, now, this is obviously just my opinion, you know, and it's, you know, I know everyone's going to agree and things like that, but this is my personal favorites, are just things that are also like great ideas from Hasbro. So, number 10 is the Mr. Fantastic. Reason why is because I love the costume. This is my favorite version of the Fantastic Four. I mainly picked him because the arms can pop out and you could put on the scientist suit, or you can have him in the classic costume. And I think that was just a cool idea. I think that's something that can expand further into Marvel Legends, making them better. Gambit, for example, he would be awesome to have with the jacket and without. I think that'd be a cool idea. You know, there's just a bunch of other characters that could possibly work for that would wear a trench coat and not, you know. I'm sure there's many more people can think of. All right, so number 9 is Thanks. Yeah. So Thanos, the classic deluxe version, I think this was a really cool figure. You know, and we get that classic suit. I was waiting to get this one. I skipped down the Marvel Select because I knew one day this would happen. So, yeah, there we go. Number 8, Lady Deathstrike. I know a lot of people probably wouldn't even have this touch their top 10, but I'm a big fan of Lady Deathstrike. You know, I mean, I'm a big fan of the classic characters, especially the ones I grew up on. But she was a great figure, I think, and compared to what Toy Biz had, that was just horrible face and everything. You know, this was the great classic update that the figure needed. Now, coming in at number 7, this one is a figure I've been waiting for forever, and that is this Sandman. Now, it's not that special. It's not like new tooling. You know, you still got the pins. It wasn't the best figure, but it was definitely one of my favorites. I mean, he did have pinless arms, so that's cool. But this figure I've been waiting for. I wanted a regular Sandman figure the whole time. I wanted to have a version where he didn't have sand exposed, and thank God Hasbro, Marvel Legends team, decided to create a version where that would work. And they put him in this more human-sized form, which I thought was amazing. I'm really happy with it. This was a really underrated figure, in my opinion, I think. And also the cool extra sand pieces were like really cool with the keychain head. Coming at number 6 is Ultron. This is a classic version, you know, and it was all new, cool figure. I was waiting for an Ultron like this. And, you know, I don't have the other figure with me, but I got 2 actually, and I used the extra Ultron head that came with Vision from the Vintage series. And that worked very well on this head, and it was like a different helmeted version. I recommend doing that. Probably make another video in the future showing some head swaps that would work really well. But that was another kind of like secret little bonus, I guess, to this figure. At number 5, MCU Scarlet Witch, WandaVision. I think it wasn't 100% accurate. I think some people were saying something with her hair. I can see why, because her hair is much lighter. It's kind of darker. But this is an amazing figure. I think this captured, you know, the actress's likeness very well. You know, just really a cool figure. You know, plus, you know, Scarlet Witch. You know. So, number 4, though, is Quicksilver, another figure I've been waiting forever, and this was a cool figure, new tooling. He was basically made almost perfect, you know, and he got those cool extra Ultron pieces. I think they did kind of very well with Quicksilver's release. The only thing I wish they did was, you know, obviously this is kind of not going to probably happen in the future, or maybe eventually, but I was hoping they'd have like a swappable feet thing for Quicksilver where you can have him in a running pose, show some bending. I think that would have been cool. I can't remember if I mentioned that in my review of him like a few months back, But that's the only thing I was like wishing that. But this was a great figure from Hasbro. Number 3. Now this one's awesome. Is the Zombie Captain America. This is an awesome way for Marvel to kind of advance and do something more crazy, and showing like holes, you know, through this figure is just brilliant, I think. And it's like, you know, you would think, can they get this on the toy shelf? And they did, and they clearly want to do more. This guy, he never really stayed on the shelves. I remember I saw a lot of him, but you know, they got wiped out. People really love to see zombies, and you know, hopefully we get some comic versions that are more bloodier. I think that'd be much more cooler. But you know, we're probably gonna get MCU ones for a bit, I'm imagining, the what if versions. Number 2, Modular Iron Man. Now this is an awesome figure. Oh, I love it. This is how I first saw Iron Man. And you know, this was a great figure. They made him pinless. He's got the metallic red and gold. It's a very interesting choice. The only thing, the reason why this guy's not number 1 is because he doesn't have the cannon. And I think it would have been much better too if he had that classic red and yellow. You know, that bright yellow. And even they showed it on the packaging, but we get this gold version. It was probably because we already got a red and yellow Iron Man earlier with the Shang-Chi wave. But I can imagine next year or 2 years from now, they'll re-release him with those classic colors with the cannon as a deluxe, of course. I mean, I think that would be brilliant. Unless you want to buy, like, one of those arm cannons on, like, Facebook or whatever. Those are, like, expensive, though. Okay, so, number 1. Now, this was a very difficult choice, but this was a figure I very much wanted since 2008. And that is Ironmonger. This figure is amazing. He is like this figure was something that I think Hasbro really went all out this year for. Now obviously we have like cooler other figures like Surtur, you know, they definitely took a lot of other chances, but Ironmonger to me was by far the most favorite. You know, I could have done without him being in a 2-pack, but that's okay. It was that Jeff Bridges is cool too, you know, to have him outside. But this figure, man, this one was a beautiful detail all throughout. Nice sculpting, you know, a gigantic figure. This thing is just so awesome. The only way I think it could have been better is maybe if it was to open up or whatever, but that's not the point here. This figure had a lot of detail, a lot of cool stuff, you know, and just, you know, I love that suit of armor. Like that, this was a great figure from Marvel this year. So those were my top 10 figures. Now, don't get me wrong, there is definitely other figures I really wanted to pick out, and it was really hard. Like I wanted to pick the Iron Man Mark III, like, but I felt there couldn't be too many Iron Mans in my list here. I don't have like a top 10 worst Marvel Legends list video coming out. So I'm just going to say what it is, and that's the entire Eternals wave with the exclusives and counting the Crow Deluxe. Those were my top 10. And actually, I guess that would make it like 11 figures. So the 11th place would probably be Kingo. He was honestly the best part of the Eternals movie, you know, but yeah, very, very much easy to say that the Eternals wave was the worst wave from Marvel Legends. Now, I haven't had a chance to talk about the Marvel reveals for 2022, which had the X-Men wave with no Morph, the Constipated Hulk, or the Doctor Strange movie wave, which, you know, probably most of those figures will be inaccurate, but, you know, it's still nice to at least get a Wong. So hopefully next year we'll see Morph, and hopefully we'll see Chameleon, you know, from the Spider-Man animated series, like that purple suit. I'd love to see Chameleon. You know, and there's just obviously a few other figures out there. You know, Banshee, another one. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you're new to the channel. And, you know, put down in the comments, you know, who's your top 10 figures of Marvel Legends, or who you want to see Marvel make next year.